wireless here. And maamule na Dubai intellodo. Passport ke wala ya kati. Wa ani sa ukjira. Into kofa embassy la sal koro. Ilaga ba maswal. And I don't want to be here no more. I'm so tired of being here. This place. This is where I'm living. I'm so tired of it. It's just like I want to go back. I don't want to be here no more. I don't cut my hair. I don't shave. I don't do nothing. I just want to go back.
I don't have a lot of sympathy for this guy. Actually, I don't have any sympathy for this guy. These are the same people that come over here, wave their flags, act like where they came from is so much better than the country. They don't come over here to assimilate. They come over here to take over. They come over here to eat off of the hard work that people like yourself and myself and our families and our forefathers have accomplished in this country. And they essentially spit in our face. They don't like us. They don't want to assimilate. They say they don't care for our nation. I mean, come on, man. How many of these people that you see come over here waving their flags around, super quote unquote proud of their nation that they don't want to live in? Yeah. And instead of coming over here and being grateful and being thankful, they spit in your face and act like where they came from is way better than this place. These people are insane.
Let me get this straight. Y'all calling Trump a racist for holding these Somalians accountable, cheating the system, and 88% of them are on welfare. So that means us hardworking Americans getting all these taxes taken out of our check, and 88% of these Somalians are using them. What the hell is wrong with y'all? Then I'm going to try to make this make sense. You got the girl, Ilhan Omar, whatever her name is. She's here sending out a message to other Somalians, speaking in her native language, and she keeps saying our country, referring to Somalia, but she's in the United States and she's in the office. She works for the government. She is a politician. What kind of shit is this? You would never see an American go to another country, get in office, refer to our country, speaking about America in that country. I hope I made sense. Are y'all cooked? Not to mention, Tim Walz is running Minnesota as governor. Like, what happened to our country, bro? Like, this shit is crazy, bro. It's so bad that I'm seeing Democrats who don't even like Trump, and they're like, I actually agree with him on this. I don't like him. I still think he's a dickhead, but I agree with him on this. And then let's play a game of switch the roles. Put any other president in Trump's place right now, taking a stand on all of this madness that's happening, and y'all would not have an issue with it. Y'all only mad because it's Trump. Y'all soft as hell, so y'all don't like his delivery. And a lot of y'all wish y'all had the balls to, stand on business like that. You wish you can put your opinion out there like that, but you're too scared to. So Trump rubs you the wrong way.
Yep, I agree 100%. The only thing I don't agree with him is, which I don't need to agree with you on whether or not you like somebody or not. I think that Trump is the best president of our lifetime, and he's actually fighting for this country, this culture, and what's best for Americans. And to think that there are actually people out there that are fighting on behalf of people that are 88% taking advantage of taxpayers and taxpayer dollars in order to get themselves together, enrich themselves, and to take opportunities out of other people's mouths, continuing to drive us into debt and not do the right thing while disrespecting the culture, and y'all support this?
Only people who have the right to self-determination in Minnesota are Somalis. Somalis have a cultural tie to the land. It was promised to us 3,000 years ago, and we have the right to go back to our homeland. If anybody wants to help me pay for Aliyah to my homeland, please help me out.
Boy. So we got to talk about what is quickly becoming the most important news story in the country, involving the Minneapolis Somali community that is currently running the Democrat Party.
All right, ready. Whoa, wait a minute. There, that's better.
And because they run the Democrat Party, the Democrats have allowed over $1 billion of waste, fraud, and abuse to run rampant in that community. A lot of that money ending up in the hands of al-Shabaab terrorists in Somalia. And stories like this are a Democrat's worst nightmare, is because it highlights the incompetency of Democrat governance and how they allow these groups to commit waste, fraud, and abuse with our taxpayer dollars in order to benefit Democrats. And this is why the Trump administration is currently cracking down on immigration, specifically when you're talking about the Somali community in Minneapolis, Minnesota. ICE has already showed up. They've already showed up and they're doing their jobs. And that has the community in a full-blown
nothing, but I have tether fatigue.
They wearing you down too? Well, Lord.
They have wore me down to no end today. I'm sick of it.
What'd they do to you today?
Well, I was in several groups trying to explain to them that FBA was not a group. I'm so sick of hearing that.
Yeah.
No different from them being African, from them being Jamaican and Caribbean. We are a lineage. Mm-hmm. The problem is they are angry and mad and jealous that we are finally saying enough is enough. Mm-hmm. And that's really what it is. They don't want to delineate. They just want to keep leeching. Mm-hmm. And I hope that the family understands that it's not that they want to be part of FBA. They just don't want to be by themselves.
Right.
Yeah, they don't give a damn about being FBA. They just don't want to be by themselves. They want us to fight for them. So no, we're not going to do that. We're done doing that. I was in Pan-Africanism for many years. I'm done with it. I wash my hands. I have every right to cuss their ass out and call them every which when I turns their ass a new asshole every time I get them. And I've been telling everybody, go to the Hidden History Museum. I was there November the 4th. I did the interview with you.
Oh yes.
I did a whole video on my page. Oh my God, y'all are missing out. I'm telling y'all, get y'all asses there. Get there to the Hidden History Museum.
Yes, ma'am. Are you coming to the next event?
Well, you know, I'm in the Midwest. I flew out to see you, but I will probably be there before, right around spring. I will be back out.
Cool. And you're in Chicago, right?
Between Chicago and St. Louis, yes.
Okay, cool in the game. Thank you so much, beloved. Thank you again, dear.
All right.
Very nice sister. Amir, she came to the Hidden History Museum. We had a great ass time. Listen, I want y'all to understand something with these tethers. I want my family, please listen to me. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, these tethers, they know good and well that Foundational Black American is not a group or an organization. They know this. They're fully aware. All right? They know this. They're doing that. They're saying that, or they're doing it for the sake of being disrespectful. All right? That's the tactic, saying that we're a group. That's a tactic to basically try to erase our lineage and turn our ethnicity into a hobby. You understand? They understand. They're the ones who talking that group shit. Nobody of our lineage has ever said anything like that. So they try to reduce us into like an ideology or a club so we can be under them. So they trying to minimize us into something that they can have a hierarchy over. They intentionally use that inaccurate term to try to strip away the fact that Foundational Black American is a lineage that's rooted in bloodline, ancestry, genealogy, and documented historic experience. So them yelling about us being a group, that's them trying to downgrade our lineage into something that's optional or dismissive.
70,000, 80,000 Somalis sent to Minnesota so they could vote in Ilhan Omar. That's how it was set up. Do you know that they are inbred so much that their IQ is between 60 and 80? If y'all don't get y'all fraudulent, scamming, cross-eyed, big four-headed, ancestral asses up out of here. We know you married your brother. Take y'all illegal scamming asses on. get out. I'm on my way to Minnesota. I'm on my way to ask you questions. You didn't want to say nothing to the white boy that was asking. You wanted to threaten the white boy, but I bet you won't threaten me. I bet you won't tell me to get on. I bet I won't. Let's go to Minnesota. Let me call my brother and my best friend, and let's start a TV show. Let's go around to all these places and figure out what is going on. I'm already in Dearborn. Let's start there first. Those need to go to.
I don't know who's marrying who. I don't know who's in a relationship with who. I don't know anything about inbreeding. That's not my expertise. What I do know is that there's a lot of scamming that's going on, and a lot of taxpayer dollars that's being leveraged and used, and a lot of people are not necessarily happy about it, and black people are starting to wake up. Black people are starting to wake up. They are saying, listen, I don't agree with this. I'm not rocking with it. It's not my cup of tea. This ain't our fight. And you know what's so funny? Because I'm going to discuss this on the Millionaire Morning Show today, that I keep seeing them say that this is their land, that Minnesota is their land, that 3,000 years ago, the land was promised to them. And then they taken, the lessons of Abraham, and you know how God promised, and maybe some of y'all may not be necessarily familiar, but God was like, yo, anybody that harms you, they basically cursing themselves. They're applying that to them. It's almost like they're replacing the word of God to actually reflect Somali, and then they're saying that they are supposed to be, Minnesota is supposed to be their land. They believe that American soil, and Minnesota in particular, is supposed to serve them. This is a wild space that we live in, and I don't know how we got here. I don't know how we've allowed for so many different people out of this country to hijack what's happening in this country. And then that's the end of the conversation. It's insane.
I'm no good for a reason. Their country stinks. These aren't people that work. These aren't people that say, let's go, come on, let's make this place great. These are people that do nothing but complain. They complain. And from where they came from, they got nothing. They came from paradise, and they said, this isn't paradise. But when they come from hell, and they complain and do nothing, we don't want them in our country. Let them go back to where they came from and fix it.
I'm with the president.
I don't think the math is mathed here, right? I don't think that the news media is making the point that they think that they're making here, right? I think they're actually kind of proving a point that they desperately don't want to make, right? They're actually proving the point that they're trying to disprove, okay? So, again, when you look at the fact that statistically speaking, compared to the rest of the state, I mean, you're talking about the Somali population, 58% poverty, 42% food stamps, 40% unemployed, no high school education, 41%, but billions in waste, fraud, and abuse. Maybe the media, again, they should just sit this out, right? Just understand that you're not going to win this conversation, okay? The math, the facts, the evidence is just not on your side, right? Just focus on cleaning up the fraud, right? Focus on the fact that this is happening, acknowledge it for what it is, and take your L, right? Take your L. But because they refuse to take the L, because they want to cry racism, hate, and bigotry as a deflection, is only getting worse, right? It's only getting worse. And that is what's happening at this point.
Them yelling about us being a group, that's them trying to downgrade our lineage into something that's optional or dismissive. Yeah. They know their own identities are lineages, not groups, but they only play dumb with us. They don't call Jamaicans a group. You don't call Ghanaians a group. You don't call Haitians a group. But when it comes to our lineage, they want to play semantic games. And they know what they're doing. They're not dumb. They're trying to be contrary and not acknowledge the ethnicity because it threatens their ability to hijack our Black American identity. That's what this is all about. Trying to label our lineage as a group, that's a disrespectful colonizer tactic. That's all. It's just meant to undermine us. They know what they're doing. That's an undermining tactic. That's a sign of disrespect. You understand? But you say that we're a group or an organization. What you're trying to say, we ain't got no claim, we ain't got no homeland, we ain't got no specific heritage. That's them talking. No, we do. And they can't redefine our lineage.
Well, it seems like the black conservatives and black content creators out there that like to take jabs at Black America and paint us all as ratchet and all kinds of stuff are having to come face to face with the delineation movement and the consequences of it. You know, now you have to, because the president of the United States is addressing delineation and covering what's going on in Minnesota with these Somalians, now the black conservatives and everybody else have to cover it. And they have to cover their bases, as you would say, to see and show everybody that they are down for the cause. But at the same time, you black conservatives have to realize that delineation is not going anywhere, and the FBA movement is here to stay. It's all about a lineage, and y'all need to get with the program. And I'm here for it. As always, it's your man Kris B. Tell me what you think about this video, like and subscribe to the channel, and we are out. Peace.